negi bago romo kod weg matatu wawinjane.
I'm making a statement on behalf of the government of Kenya, representatives who are really cutting across various ministries, the city governor who is present here, and the stakeholders who are standing behind me, who are from the public transport sector, which is really across the board. First of all, let me say the government appreciates the challenges faced by Kenyans as the result of the rising global fuel prices occasioned by the crisis in the Middle East. The government is also fully cognizant of its responsibility to protect Kenyans from high cost of living. In fulfillment of this responsibility, the government last month reduced VAT on petroleum prices by 8%. The government also utilized the Petroleum Development Levy to stabilize fuel prices. Despite these interventions, the prices still remain high. Consequently, the government last night took additional measures to remedy the situation by reducing the price of diesel by 10 shillings per litre. The government also took the same step based on the negotiations that took place yesterday to rationalize the prices of kerosene and diesel by increasing the price of diesel by 38 shillings to avoid adulteration as requested by the stakeholders in the transport sector. Understandably, the stakeholders in the public transport sector had requested for a reduction of 46 shillings. And they are still agitating for further reduction despite the 10 shillings reduction that happened last night. Following a consultation meeting this morning between the government and the representatives, it was agreed that, that there was need for negotiations between the government and the stakeholders at a high level, and that those negotiations must be undertaken within the next 1 week. That in the interceding period between now and Tuesday, 26th May of 2026, that the strike that is ongoing is suspended for a period of 1 week to provide an avenue for consultation, negotiation between the government and the stakeholders. The public transport sector stakeholders also condemned incidences of violence and destruction witnessed yesterday in some parts of the country and completely dissociate themselves from them. And they are not part and parcel of any kind of violence that happened. The government remains fully committed to addressing concerns raised by Kenyans at all times and calls for peaceful and legal means for airing the various grievances. And to confirm that this was fully agreed by all the members, I'd like to call Mr. Mukabane. There will be three colleagues who are in the meeting who will say a few words of confirmation of this statement before Waziri Wandai can close for us this press conference.
Thank you, members of the press. We first would like to apologize to our customers who have been inconvenienced by the strike that was inevitable. Two, it is true that we've had serious consultations from yesterday, and today we have just had a breakthrough, not because we are satisfied, but we want to give negotiations a chance. So we are waiting for negotiations at the high level, but we would like to let the customers and those who we work with understand that if this is not taken serious, within the 7 days that we have given, the strike will be back. Thank you very much.
I'll call him.
Yeah. My name is Kushan Mushiri. I'm the CEO, Federation of Public Transport Sector, FPTS, and the National Chairman for the Association of Matatu Transport Owners, AMTO. Today, as much as we would have been happy to say that we got the 46 shillings that we were seeking, we are also glad that at least negotiations have started in earnest, and that the seriousness and the need for our demands to be met and for our transport industry to be taken seriously has been well noted by government. And unfortunately, had we been taken seriously on Friday, I think we would not be here. So on behalf of the Federation of Public Transport Sector and Association of Matatu Transport Owners, mine is to urge all our membership, our drivers, our conductors, to resume operations effective immediately, so that we can be able to assist our Kenyans continue with their normal running of their normal activities. But we want to assure our members that within the next 7 days, we shall have done the best of negotiations, and I believe by the time we come back here, we will come with a good solution. And I am happy our able Governor Sakaja is here and is our guarantor that this time the government will take us seriously. So asante sana, Mungu wabariki.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Albert Karagacha. I'm the president of Matatu Owners Association. We want to urge our members, wherever they are, to go back to work. We've come up with something whereby next week, I think there'll be something coming up. So we urge them to go back to work. And we want to thank the government. We are going to work very closely, and we've agreed to form a committee which is going to look into other issues related to the transport sector, mostly on PSV, because we've been having so many issues on insurance, we've been having issues on traffic matters, corruption. So we thank the minister. We are going to work very closely with this office to make sure that we enable the transport sector to grow. Thank you.
Let me say this. Let me start by confirming that indeed we have got the white smoke. We have had very, very candid deliberations with the leadership of the public sector transport operators since yesterday. Those deliberations have been concluded this morning, and I must confirm that they have been concluded successfully. As a matter of fact, due to the situation that currently obtains in the Middle East, and bearing in mind that Kenya remains a net importer of petroleum products, the government, conscious of the difficulties that the public continues to endure following the skyrocketing of petroleum product prices, has taken very, very deliberate measures. On the matter of subsidy alone, between last month and this month, those two pricing cycles, the government has applied some 13.9 billion shillings to manage the cost of these petroleum products. Last night's reduction by 10 shillings on the cost of diesel per litre alone took some 2.7 billion shillings. And therefore, that is a demonstration of the fact that the government continues to be sensitive to the plight of Kenyan petroleum consumers. And that is going to be the case even going forward. I must thank the public sector transport operators for their understanding and for accepting to work closely with the government during these very difficult times, and for accepting to call off the strike as we engage in further negotiations with a view to stabilizing the situation across the country. So thank you very much.
Yes. My name's Dennis Kilia, Secretary General, Truck Association of Kenya. I would like to take this opportunity and thank the government for recognizing transport sector as a very important economic driver in this country. And with that, I don't want to mention more. I will say whatever Waziris have said, that I now call and tell my members to suspend the strike until further notice. Thank you.
Everybody wants to say something, but we don't have the time.
With all due respect, and the respect that we have been given today here, as you can see, my sisters and brothers and the citizens of this nation, we want to extend that respect to the media and to the nation. What we have agreed here, I can confirm. The CS Mbadi and CS Mukomen are seated here, Wandai. I'm sorry for that. And our able governor, that the strike has been suspended. That is what I want our Kenyan citizen to hear. And since we have a nation to build and a government to run, Kenya is ours and we should build it. So therefore, on behalf of our transport stakeholder, our partner and our corporate, on behalf of our TSV, I want to assure them that since we have suspended the strike, give room to negotiation, and if that does not, we are not able to agree, we'll come back for the same. But for today, the nation should run. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. Fellow Kenyans, the leaders, waziris, and the leaders of the matatu sector, the truck association, boda boda, we have digital transporters. Ni muhimu kwanza kusema ya kwamba hawa wamechukua uongozi. Ni ukweli na serikali inatambua na sisi sote tunatambua Wakenya wameumia. Na sio hawa tu, kwa sababu wako kwa biashara, hata Wakenya wa kawaida. In all sectors. Children have not gone to school. There are sick people who need to go to hospital. There's farm produce that needs to be transported. And so that is why we, chose to get out of the way and just come together to listen to each other. We have operators and we have government, but ultimately we are Kenyans. And where there is dialogue and respect, and these operators will tell you, because I work with them very closely, hapakosi njia. So I want to assure the people of Nairobi, the people of Kenya, that we have found a way forward together. We'll have very high level deliberations. Watu warudi kazini, watoto waweze kurudi shuleni, watu warudi kwa mashamba. Let us build our economy even as we resolve this issue. I want to appeal, and I know through the waziris we shall reach out officially to financial institutions. We are in extraordinary times. The crisis we are in is global. Let us not take it out on our people. Imambo ya kuchotwa, vitu yao kuwa auction saizi, we can talk to them on some level of amnesty for some time, because people are really struggling. And so it's good for you to know the government actually, we realize, that increase is extremely high. There are certain limitations of what we can do, but in the next few days you will see. And I have promised them, as their as their friend and their guarantor, that we shall sit at the highest level to resolve this pain that Kenyans are feeling. So I really want to thank the CS for Interior, for his leadership, CS for Energy, also the CS for Transport, that this consultation also should go on, that we don't only meet during a time of crisis. Let us meet to see how to improve this sector, to make public transportation as it should be, affordable, reliable for the sake of Kenyans. So asanteni sana, watu rudini kazi. Na ngoja watu town, watu warudi kazini, mujazi mabarabara tuendelee pamoja. Asanteni sana, tutamalizia hapo kwa leo. Asanteni.